Stephan Piscano, CEO and founder, ListedBy.com. We're at the Inman Conference in New York 2013. Stephan, how are we doing?
Doing well, my friend. How about yourself?
Great, thanks. Stephan, the auction market has been growing, but tell us a bit about that, and also, when is it a good idea to auction a property?
Sure. So what we get asked a lot, being with ListedBy.com, being the first completely free online real estate marketplace to include the live offer and the auction functionality, is when is it right to actually list your property in the format of an auction? What's the most typical benefits and so on? And so what we've noticed is if you want to get excitement and extra connectivity and exposure for the listing, let's say you've had a property that you've had listed for 6 months to a year, you haven't had a lot of action at the fixed price, sometimes actually starting that listing at a $1 no reserve auction, for example, on a property that, let's say, is worth $25,000, $26,000 that you would sell cash, sometimes you can actually end up selling that property for $30,000 to $35,000 because of the extra eyeballs and the extra traffic that's generated as a result of the excitement. What we heard from the NAR statistics is that we had 1 out of every 5 transactions by 2014 will be in an auction format, and that's because a lot of people are seeing that the extra excitement and the extra eyeballs on the listing can actually result, believe it or not, in a higher purchase price than if you were to do a traditional sale as well.
And so the size of the market for auctions, is it something like $60 billion last year or somewhere around there?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
So you're expecting that to continue to grow?
We're expecting it only to continue to grow, especially when you have websites like ListedBy that allows it to be done in an online format. Because again, the auction excitement and the extra traffic only gets amplified with an online real estate auction. So now you're not just getting local buyers to come and get excited about your listing and view it because, oh my gosh, here's a listing where the current bid price is $2,000, let's take a look at this. And then once you get your eyeballs on the property, who knows what can happen from there. But now, with the internet being involved, you can actually have eyeballs from all around the world as well. So
isn't auction better for lower end properties like rehab properties, investor type properties, or what if I had a $500,000 property or something more expensive? Yeah. Does that apply in my market if it's a moving market, let's say?
Sure. You know, that's a good question. You are going to see a lot of activity on the low end stuff, but what we found is the statistics actually bear out that the majority of these properties are not distressed properties, and so you actually could have a lot of the mid-range typical homes that, like I said, just want a different shot in the arm or a different level of exposure and excitement with the listing, do very well with an auction also.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Stephan, CEO and ListedBy founder. ListedBy.com. Visit the site www.listedby.com.
Thanks so much.